Welcome to the TED Ed Podcast, where we delve into the issues that shape our daily lives and drive our productivity. We confront topics that matter deeply to all of us, from healthcare and affirmative action to voting rights and monetary success and failure. We cover it all. And yes, we dive into the complex world of politics, exploring how our country has evolved from slavery to the 21st century. Our content is crafted with care and expertise, drawing from years of experience in these critical areas. We invite you to give the TED Ed podcast a listen. You won't be disappointed. Share your thoughts with friends and confidants, and don't forget to like, comment, and share our episodes. Your engagement helps us grow and reach more listeners. Are you passionate about these topics? Do you have unique insights to share? You could be one of our guest speakers. Drop us a line, send an email, or leave a comment. All requests will be considered. Join us on this journey of exploration and understanding. This is the TED Ed Podcast. Thank you and enjoy the show.
Wake up, man. It's time to go. Wake up, people. Wake up. It's time to go.
Oh, you had a good day today, huh?
No, I had a good day, man. No, I didn't have a good day, man. I've been tired and sleepy all day long. I don't know why, man. It's getting to be in a few more days. We're going to have Thanksgiving, and this time is rolling by, my friend. Oh man, she's rolling by here, man. And I'm not looking forward to the Christmas or Thanksgiving, New Year's, or nothing. Oh,
Well,
man.
I just take one day at a time and do what I'm told.
Do what you told. Well, I'm following the leader. I'm following the leader. Man, I had to go back to bed this morning. Something I haven't done in many a years and stuff, man. I got up, made my coffee, and I said, I got to go back to sleep. And guess what? I didn't go to sleep. I
Man, let
did.
me tell you something, bro.
I did not go to sleep, man.
I don't even want to go there talking about sleep, man. I've been staying up to 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And then go to bed and wake up at 8 or 7. Today I didn't take a nap, though. I usually take my old man's nap.
Mm-hmm.
I was too busy trying to, we're at the end of the year. You got to go hit on and clean up your stuff, get all the old papers out of there and everything. So that's what I'm doing now. I'm just organizing myself for the new year.
Well, I'm still trying to motivate myself and get ready. So I am not looking forward to this new year, man. I am so frustrated. Uh, I've been telling everybody out there about this health insurance stuff that's going on and what's happening with everything. And man, it just hit me right in the face, man. They didn't. January 1st, they're changing all of our stuff over. Even our regular health insurance company stuff has been changed over. We pay a whole lot of money, man, for health insurance, more than a house note for health insurance. But we have to because, man, if we had to pay for all these procedures and hospital stuff that we had to do and everything, we'd be out a lot more money. So we pay for a high option insurance, and now they slipping us one, a big royal one. And those knuckleheads have increased our policy.
Of course, they do that every year, bro. Either increase your policy or decrease your service because they got to make money.
Well, I'm going to have to figure out another way how to get them. Because I can't let them just just do me like that, Ted. It's too much. And to increase the amount of money that I have to pay them and everything is absolutely horrible and ridiculous.
Well, you
So
figure out something.
I will. I keep. That's why I was sitting up in here today and stuff, man. It's just, ooh, well, I got to figure out something here. It's getting close here. So I think they. I think I'm gonna have to leave the country.
Go to
And
Canada free.
I'm just go. I'm gonna just go. I'm gonna just go to one of these other foreign countries and stuff because the money that I'm paying for healthcare here, I can just give it to them and I'm gonna be fully covered. But we get a raw weenie and stuff shot at us again, Ted.
Oh yeah, you heard about it. Go ahead and say it.
uh, Girlfriend crossed the border, heard what these folks getting ready to do, and she gave them the finger, the middle finger. You send them here, we sending your folks back too. And we taking their property.
What?
Yes, sir. All them summer guns who sitting down there who got dual citizenship or whatever, if they belong to your country, we sending them back. You send ours back, we sending yours back. You're gonna round them up and send them back. And whatever they own down here, we taking it. They bank accounts, they money, everything.
Now, where'd you read this at?
What?
Where'd you read this at?
My wife told me about it this morning. She said she read it. That girlfriend, the female president down there told and gave him the raw fingers that Trump, you send them here, we sending yours back. And we taking all these stuff. We're gonna repossess everything they got here in this country. Bank accounts, everything.
Well, you know, if they're talking about Mexico, then that means they're gonna be broke because
It's
they
gonna
got
be
all
a
those factories over there.
man, it's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be a mess. They done threatened her people. She said, I'm threatening y'all. And we ain't taking this mess. I don't blame her. Somebody needs to slap that fat head son of a gun in the face and go ahead. I'm all for it. Hooray, girlfriend. Keep it going. Keep on. Do it to him. He think that he the big dog on the block. He ain't no big dog. He just a
You know, it's
puppy.
over 1 million Americans that live in
I
Mexico.
know. That's why she said, I'm sending them back. You send one back, I'm sending one back to you. Go, girlfriend. You don't mess with them women. He getting it. He getting it just like he needed. That's a damn good idea. Don't mess with them smart women of color, because they can be just as ruthless as you. Hey, he deserved every bit of that. Hey, go on, girlfriend, knock him out. He throwing you a left hook, hit him in the mouth. That's what she doing. I'm gonna hit you in the mouth. So all them folks who sitting down there across the border, who are citizens here in this country, who figure they're gonna come down there and live easy, yeah, I might be put back on the boat too and sent back.
That means no more cruises to Mexico,
Now you
Cancun.
still you can still cruise as the ones who live in there. They'll take you the vacation folks, but if you live in there, because they got a whole lot of folks living down there, Ted, a lot of them are living there, and they own property down there, and they
Oh
got
yeah,
money. They got money in the bank down there.
oh
She
yeah.
said, "I'm taking it all. We're gonna repossess all of it. You gonna send our folks down here and dislodge them from their families up there. We're gonna dislodge you folks from down here. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. And I hope the rest of them countries say the same daggone thing that he's trying to send them back to. Or figure out some kind of way to screw him too. He got it coming. Well, Ray, girlfriend, you got it. You got my hey, thumbs up. I'm giving him the thumbs up to you. She getting the thumbs
I don't know,
up.
bro, about that one.
Hey, if she didn't do it, it's a damn good idea. What do you mean you don't know nothing about it? He throwing the first punch.
Oh
He
yeah, I
make
mean, hey,
he
you're
making
right.
them seem like they get it. So I'm pretty sure that if he jacked that 100% tariff up on him and everything, they're gonna probably knock him in the head with that too. She's gonna figure out a way how to get around that. Because he had already threatened him. I'm putting 100% tariff on this stuff coming across from Mexico. Go ahead, baby boy. Do it. Uh, uh, uh.
That's the first I heard of that one. I've been looking at the news all day.
Oh yeah. I don't know if it's been on the news. My wife just told me about it. She said, "Hey, did you know that they have a female president in Mexico?" I said, "Yeah, she's been there for over a year." And she started telling me what girlfriend was saying. He said, "You send them here, we sending yours back." You uprooting our people in your country, I'm uprooting yours in our country. If you can do it over there, we can do it here. You taking families or uproot them, we gonna take families and uproot them from here and send them back to you guys. Now it might be a threat, and she might not do it. But hey, he put some fat on his head. There's something for him to think about, Ted. Or he may decide to leave them Mexicans alone and mess with them other folks. I don't know. We're gonna see. And the rest of them countries ought to be saying the same thing. Figure out a way how to get him. Anyway, what you got, man?
Well,
I figured I hit you with a blockbuster, so
because I ain't heard nothing about that.
yeah, I hadn't either till my wife told me.
Well, like I said, I listen to a lot of business news, and there's a shift. The stock market broke a record today, over 44,000 plus, and they had these conservative investors on both all the channels, and they just talking up 45, just talking them up, saying he gonna do this, he gonna do that. That's the reason why the market is going up. He's not gonna raise the tariffs no more than 10%. I don't think he's gonna do more than that. He's gonna just ease it up, and then that way it won't hurt inflation that much. But he's gonna keep those taxes low, and that's the whole thing. These multimillionaires and billionaires, the whole thing is they want those taxes low. He's even talking about bringing it down to 15%, like Ireland. So that's the reason why there's a push on cutting all these programs in the government, the federal government. And which really only amounts to probably about $1 trillion. But if they start going into the Medicare, Social Security, because Social Security doesn't bring in enough to pay all of Social Security. They got to add about another 300 to 400 billion dollars.
How many times, Ted, have we heard these stupid Republicans talking about that they're going to bother Social Security and Medicare?
Oh, many, many times.
But I haven't heard it since 2000. I didn't even heard it in when Clinton was in office. He was touching upon it. I done heard it every Bush administration from 2000 to 2008 when he finally left out. We heard it again when he came in office the last time. I'm going to get it. We're going to get Social Security. We're going to take it and we're going to cut it out. They ain't cutting out nothing. I don't believe it. And if they believe it in theory, he's shooting them a royal win in his daggone self. Them daggone Republicans and all them folks up on that daggone hill is not going to touch for Social Security. Excuse my French. I'm getting ready to cuss. They ain't going to touch it. And I don't believe they're going to do it. These old folks and stuff and everything, you talking about having a ride, white people and everybody get Social Security, and they ain't cutting that out. They ain't bothering it. They're not touching it. So all that old mess he talking, we need to just shut that up and don't even talk about it because it's a bunch of bull crap. That's what I think. Go ahead.
No, I'm just telling you that they're
They
talking
can
up.
they can say what they want to say, Ted. I don't even want to talk about that. They ain't bothering Social Security. They've been talking that stuff for 30 years.
Well, that's only part of it. We're talking a lot of other things, but the main
Now,
thing is,
if they're talking about cutting SNAP and stuff like that, and some of that welfare crap they talking about, yeah, they probably do that, but they ain't bothering Social Security. That's the third rail. Yeah, any House of Representative or Senate people, it's the third rail. They are not going to get enough people to even touch that thing. They can talk all they want. The AARP got the strongest lobby and stuff for them old people in the world. They ain't bothering that. And the old folks ain't gonna let them bother it. They got a whole bunch of old people and stuff living in that red area. And they drawing their social security checks and they got these nice houses. They ain't bothered it. They can talk it. They can talk the talk, but they ain't gonna walk it. That's all I can say. Anyway, yes, they might cut some other stuff. They're gonna have to. If they plan on leaving that thing the way it is, they're gonna have to do something to cut because it's not gonna fly. This country gonna be dead broke, man. It's already broke. It's gonna be dead broke. They broke, but they're gonna be dead broke if they keep that thing going. And you know that because you've been talking about about going in deficit and stuff for a long time. Well, you talking about it's gonna go way in the hole if they keep that. They are not gonna be a thing. They're getting ready to ruin the dollar out there.
well, here's the thing, though, bro, because this guy that they just made the Treasury, he's been nominated for Treasury. We talked about him a number of times. However, he's a big component of tariffs, and he's a big component on the Bitcoin cyber
Don't make
money.
don't make him a bad person.
Well, now, I'm not saying that he's a bad person. What I'm saying is that when you are a big component of that, because we know that there's been a lot of incidents of these people stealing this money, and there are hundreds of these Bitcoin companies now that's running around trying to get people to invest in this. So, and the thing is, nobody knows a lot about it, but they're just putting their money in it. They bragging, they all on the business channel. One of these coins gonna be worth at one time pretty soon $1 million and all of that kind of nonsense. And so, are we going to be turned into a digital currency?
Hmm.
Backing how? What we're backing? We're
Just
not.
like they back in
The
the
stock
dollar.
market. The stock market. The stock market backs itself with the companies. So if I put money into the stock market, I'm looking at that company. If it made a profit, 10%, 15%, 20%, that means I made money.
Or if the stock prices go up. You're gonna
You said
make money.
what?
If the stock prices go up, you're gonna make money too.
Right.
Okay, you buy low, sell high,
That's
make
right.
money. Go
So
ahead.
now, what's the deal with the Bitcoin? How do you how do you how do you gauge what's going on there? Because what's making it move? What makes it go down? Just people just buying it all the time?
Yeah, people put their money into it. Yeah, that's exactly what it goes up and down because
Yeah, but how do you gauge it, bro? You can't gauge it.
they gauge it by how much money these people got, how much over the confidence that people have in the coins and trading that stuff. Who wants to trade it? Who wants to buy it?
It used to be, we used to be on the gold standard.
Right?
So I don't know.
Hey, it's the confidence that people have in that Bitcoin, Ted. It's if you don't have any confidence in it, it's going to go down. That's why they have so many different forms of this particular coin. They have Ethereum. What else they have? They got about 10 or 12 different names for this crap. And right now, Ted, I went and put a quarter in it. And I'm a proponent of doing things digitally. I'm a proponent and stuff and everything. Them putting my money, putting my whatever I got into the bank and say, hey, I can look at it and stuff and say, all right, there my money is right there. It ain't gonna go up and then go down unless the dollar go up and go down. That's the only reason why it's going to go up and down. That's it. A dollar going to be a dollar. But with that stuff, I thought it was crazy, Ted, when they said one of them summer gun coins, somebody bought one for $10,000. The next thing you know, the coin was worth, that one coin was worth $59,000. And I looked at my man and I said, sell. He didn't. He held on to it and it bottomed out about 3 months later. It wasn't worth $10. He lost $10,000. And he could have got 49,000 if he had listened to me that night.
He
I
had his
said, hey,
money and
I
he
said,
didn't
hey
even know
man.
it.
He said, yeah, Bishop, man, I done bought this thing for 10. It's worth 59 today. I was looking at it on the stock on the market. It's worth 59,000. I said, hey man, you better sell it. He kept it. I'm gonna keep it. It's gonna go up higher. They said it's gonna go up higher. So okay.
Greed gets you every time, bro.
Yes, every time he lost $49,000. And it dropped quick. It didn't waste no time. It hit the. It was one day at 59, and all of a sudden, he woke up the next day and said, "Oh crap, it gone. All my money gone." I think he held on to it though, so it might have gone back up now. I don't know. It all depends on the confidence people have in the coin, Ted. If you got more confidence in the coin, it's it. Or if it splits. They say that they're gonna coin splits. How it splits, I don't know. But people gonna start getting into Bitcoin, just like Trump said, getting into Bitcoin. He got a company now. He started Bitcoin company, so he gonna kick it up as high as he can and sell it. So his little knucklehead, ugly kids and stuff can walk away with some money, just like his daddy gave him.
And they're gonna sell at the right time.
Both of them boys is I wouldn't trust them as far as I can throw them, and they ain't got enough brains to get out of the rain. It can't whoop their way out of a wet paper sack.
What else you
Oh
got,
man.
bro? What else you got?
Ah, I'm just excited about the stock market. Ted, you started out with something that I wanted to ask you about. I want to know the next time we come on, how in the hell did NVIDIA become the number one company in the world in less than 3 years or 4 years?
Ah,
They went from nowhere to the number one company worth over 3 trillion, almost $4 trillion in less than 4 years. 3 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. They came from nowhere to the top of the heap. How in the hell that happened? How did that
well,
happen?
number one, they partner with major corporations.
Right. They are partnered with Google. They partnered with Microsoft. They partnered with two or three other big companies and stuff out there and everything. And each one of them partnerships is bringing them big money, big money.
Now they partner with BlackRock.
Bring more money, big money. But Ted, these um, partnerships and stuff and everything is reaping huge, huge results. This thing that they got with Google and stuff and everything. Google has a quantum computer, and this computer and stuff does so many different calculations and stuff and everything in a second that they done took it and they done ran that baby up to where it done reached its maximum amount of quantitativeness. And right now they got it up so daggone high that it's starting to burn up. The chips are starting to burn up. So they partnered with NVIDIA and stuff and everything because NVIDIA uses AI, artificial intelligence, and the artificial intelligence, they already gauged that they're going to exceed the capabilities of their quantum computer by using artificial intelligence. Microsoft is using this AI intelligence and stuff and everything in their chat GPT. That thing is taking off, man, and it is making Microsoft and chat GPT huge amounts of money. These companies and stuff, man, are paying them every time they use this daggone thing. For every second they use it, they charge them 0.0008 cent. Don't sound like a lot, but the longer you keep using it, you can have a bill of $10,000 in 1 month.
Did you see 60 Minutes last night?
No.
It was talking about AI.
Okay.
They was in a country in Africa. I forget the name of the country. But you remember we was talking about last show, we was talking about outsourcing and insourcing and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a company in Africa that sources for other companies for AI. And what these
Mm-hmm.
people do is they train them how to do AI information so that the computer can identify what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So they do all the little minute stuff so that AI can generate.
Can follow them every move they make, every pencil roll, every hand roll or whatever. They just follow
So
it.
so this is what these people do all day. They hire these Africans. At first they was paying them $2 an hour. They started protesting. Some of them got, a lot of them got college degrees and what have you. They didn't want to pay them no money. Then they went up to $12 an hour, which they was better. However, now they're suing the company. They're suing the company because a lot of that AI stuff, the stuff they were sending them over is a lot of sexual, violent stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And they had to do that stuff for hours at a time. And it sort of kind of messed, according to them, messed up their psyche, their whole thing. One guy said, I can't even have sex no more.
Mm-hmm.
That's how much nasty stuff he was watching.
Mm-hmm.
and he had to, put it all together on the AI. So that's what's going on. And if you think they're just doing it in Africa, they're probably doing it in India too, or in other countries. They're trying to gear up this, making sure every mechanism is working. So it's probably a company that is really might be independent and doing this for other countries and just selling the product. Who knows? We don't know. It's kind of hard for me to believe that they working for a particular company. They just contracting out and saying we got this data that you can use as an AI digital thing, and then they go ahead on and send it to them, and they have a contract with them to send them so much information. But it's amazing, man, how these major corporations use people to make things cheaper, and these people making $12 an hour. You got somebody else making what, $120 an hour, two
Or
hundred dollars
billions,
an
or,
hour.
or billions, or millions of dollars. For 2 or 3 years, for a year of work, they got $1 million contract to do work. I just found out that this where with this company and stuff and everything that Stephen Miller, the guy who's supposed to get rid of all these immigrants in this country, is putting together an AI based process and everything to find all of these daggone immigrants and stuff in this country.
I wouldn't doubt it.
They're using artificial intelligence equipment to find these folks so they can go right to them.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
It
Hey,
wouldn't be too hard.
it wouldn't be too hard. It's not. But they have to they have to program the system and everything, and they're using AI to program the system to find these people. And it's supposed to be very, very accurate.
Well, you ever read the book 1984?
19 what?
84.
No.
That was a book that was written. I forget the year, but I think it was way before 1984. They was predicting that because of digital and computers and IT and all that, predicting that they can snatch people.
Here we
It's
go.
happening, bro. It's
Here we
happening,
go. Here
and you don't
we
even know they're
go.
gone.
Here we go.
So and so is missing.
Here we go.
So is missing.
Yeah, here we go.
Where'd he go? And there's no documentation or nothing on these people.
When I say these three words, I want you to tell me what they mean to you: honor, duty, and integrity. Honor. What do you when I say the word honor? What does that tell you? Honor.
Well, that means that you're a person that's outstanding and that you're a truthful person who is dependable.
Good answer. Duty.
Well, I mean that's a big word there, duty, because it all depends. I mean, you might be duty to your family, duty to yourself, duty to your country if you feel it's you know warranted, and
Integrity.
just a person who's outstanding. A person who has character, a person that you can depend on, a person that really is a upstanding person who would always be the best, the truthful as they possibly can.
Honor. A quality that combines respect, being proud, virtuous, of value, a person of value, of concept, duty, an act of courage. integrity, steadfast abhorrence to a strict moral code.
And why you bring those three words up?
Because there was a judge who was uh, trying to become a Supreme Court justice who used those words: honor, duty, and integrity. And he thought that anyone who wanted to attain himself to go to the highest court in the land had to have these qualities about them: honor, duty, and integrity. And as I look at our Supreme Court now to try to figure out, are they adhering to these qualities? I'm saying to myself, are they honorable? Are they taking care of their duty? And do they have integrity? And I can't think of but a couple of them who might have those qualities. After that, that's it. If you want to attain the highest court in the land and wear that black robe, you have to have that. And if you don't have those qualities, which I don't see Clarence having those qualities. I don't see all those five folks having those qualities. I'm serious. It just
Well,
mm,
well,
it
that's
yeah it
if you look at them and the way they walk, the way they look, their demeanor, body language, you would think that they had it because all the facade is there. You had a wife who was working and made $10 million recruiting people. You got another judge who was just basically living off the fat, off of billionaires. Then you had another judge that had some kind of incident with some sexual problems. Then you had another judge who had some, I think this guy had some kind of problems with property or something. I forget what it was, but I didn't, you know, I know they were just going to just blow it right past us, boom, no big deal. So,
how do we respect a court who does, and you have these folks sitting up there with the gavel in their hand? How do you respect them when you know that they don't have honor, and they're not about duty, and they definitely don't have integrity? How do you respect somebody like that? Or how do you respect a court?
well,
I'm
I don't,
I'm
I don't
I'm
think,
I'm looking at this and stuff, Ted. How do we go forward and stuff and depend upon them to protect our our constitution? Because you had mentioned this stuff, I think, in this last show about, well, the constitution is going to stop them from doing that. Is it?
well, what I was saying, not necessarily the Supreme Court, I was saying there are people that will follow the Constitution.
Okay. Well, and the people who are the ones who have been set up in this three-tier government to adhere to the Constitution is mostly starting with the Supreme Court, the justices. They have to do they are the ones that have been given the duty to protect the Constitution, to uh, look at the Constitution and maybe tell the people and stuff and everything that okay, this is what the Constitution says and stuff, and we need to follow that. And they're not doing that because most of their rulings that then came down is not has nothing to do with the Constitution or following it. So they're writing new law.
They have written this right here. These people under the Chief Justice have changed this whole country under him. This man has changed the whole country. This is why we got so much chaos right now. Because of this Chief Justice have allowed this stuff to come to the table. Think about it.
Yep.
I
Him
mean,
and
you can
him and
rattle
his
them off. I can rattle 5 things off right now that this guy has done, allowed to come to the table, and it's probably 2 dozen.
what's the
This,
most egregious one?
well,
The one.
voting
All I
rights.
need is one.
Well, the voting rights is number 1.
That's the most egregious.
Well, yeah, that and women's rights too.
Well, I just need one. What's the most egregious? In your opinion?
Well, you said 1. Get out of here, man. I ain't playing that game. Because number
Did you?
1, you talking about. Look here. Look here. You got when you let money flow like river, and you let everybody just put in their
Citizens,
deeds.
Citizens United. Citizens United. That was the most egregious thing that they did. They started out with the one of the most egregious. I believe it is when they gave them the right to put money into politics, unlimited amount of money into politics. When that happened, it had almost destroyed our Constitution.
It has destroyed it.
And that's what I'm saying. I need to hear one thing that did the most damage. And out of the most damage that's been done, that was it. Because they allowed unlimited amount of money. Because as you and I were saying yesterday, that you got a race in Ohio, you said that they spent $60 million to win a seat.
No, 200
Oh,
and
I'm sorry.
over $200 million.
Over $200 million to win one seat. $200 million. I'm gonna look out there at the audience. I don't believe you heard me. $200 million to win one seat. I don't believe you heard me. The presidential election, each one of them spent over $1 billion. And that wasn't enough to win an election. If you throwing money into an election, the folks down there bottom, they can't win. Now the vote does matter, but that money and stuff carries a whole lot of weight to
Yeah,
it. You can buy a whole lot of people for that kind of money.
that's the whole game, man. That's the
That's the
whole
whole
game.
that Citizens United thing has ruined this country. That's all I wanted to hear. Did you realize what was the worst damage that was done? I see you kind of agree with me, but I don't know. You throw it in the Voting Rights Act, which is
And women's rights.
mm, if we didn't have Citizens United, we would not be worried about the Voting Rights Act. If we did not have Citizens United, we wouldn't have been worried about women's rights or abortion.
I agree.
Okay.
Okay, look here. This is what I wrote
Go ahead.
today in my philosophy. It says, money buys a lot of power. There are some who will almost give it away just for $1.
Mm-hmm.
The consequences are massive for those who can't purchase it. That was my statement for the day on Facebook.
Oh, so how many hits did you get?
Oh, I ain't getting no hits. I got a
You get no
couple.
hits?
I
Oh, you
got a
got a
couple.
couple? Oh, nobody probably saw it,
Oh, it's a lot of people saw it. It's a lot of people read. Don't mean they liked it or they cared about it. You know, they just maybe read a little bit of it and kept on moving. But that's not the point. The point is that one thing for sure, there are people out there like myself put stuff out there so that you can think. And if you don't think, then here's another thing too. I'm gonna give the audience this. Thinking is difficult. That's why most people judge. See, thinking is difficult, bruh. Thinking is very difficult. You gotta think, you gotta do your research, and then you still gotta do the research on the research. You can't just be sprouting out, giving your opinion and this and that and saying whatever you think, and they say, oh, that's BS, blah, 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 blah. Just make a judgment. That's why the Bible says, thou shalt not judge. It's difficult. Anybody can judge. Anybody can judge. But thinking is difficult, bro. I mean, it's a lot of work. You know that, Ed. You can't be sitting around here. And I ain't talking about your education and all that kind of stuff, because you can self-educate yourself and be just as smart. But I'm just saying, if you're going to really tackle a subject matter, you got to really tackle it. And you can only go so far because we only got so many tools available. If I had more tools, we can go more deeper. But I can only go as deep as I can with what the information is out there. But it's a lot of information out there for people to think and come up with your own conclusion. And if you're thinking right, you're going to do the right thing and think the right thing, not the wrong thing.
But how do you know when you are thinking the right thing? Who judges the fact that you're thinking the right thing?
Well, it's a lot of factors. There's a lot of factors. And
Okay.
I went over those yesterday. It's a lot of factors. It's all about things that, all kinds of factors regarding that. What is the MO? What's the if the person is doing something to sabotage people? Saboteur. I like to use that word, saboteur. So it's a lot of things. People try to do things because they're jealous. Why is that person making that statement? First thing they do, somebody make a statement and they say, it can be positive or negative. It could be a motive behind it. Everything is a reason why people do things. And then a lot of times it's just coming out your mouth because you don't know no better. You just got an opinion. And when I have an opinion, I say my opinion, and that's just my opinion. There ain't nothing wrong with
Oh,
it.
okay, okay.
Everybody's
Now,
got an opinion.
there you go. You do qualify that now. I'm
Yeah,
okay
I do
with that now.
qualify.
You qualified yourself now. I'm okay with that statement. Okay, that's your opinion. Okay, because I'm sitting there thinking and stuff and everything. There's some fallacy and stuff here and everything, but you just said that's your opinion, so I can't say a thing against your opinion because that's your opinion. Final word,
Whatever you
Ted.
got to say,
Get your
whatever
final
you got
word
to
in here
say
because
it, bro.
yeah, I know it, but I'm just saying I had some problems and stuff with what you're saying. That's why I'm sitting here looking at you and
Oh, you
just
had a problem
smiling.
with what? Because what I was
No,
saying
no,
was
no, no,
facts.
no, because you said that was your opinion, so I'm fine now.
No, no. I mean, intellectually, and when you
You mentioned the
saying
word
intelligence,
saboteur and all that. I said, oh, okay, saboteur, okay.
yeah. If a person is if there are people that's out
But
there,
you said
what
you said something about you can't be thinking wrong. And I'm wondering to you, or wondering to myself, well, how can I think wrong?
I didn't say anything about thinking wrong.
Or what did you say there? I
You're
thought
not
you
listening, bro.
said
I didn't say anything about thinking wrong. What I'm talking about is researching. That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about finding out the truth. The truth is hard to find out. And like I said, we don't have all the information. We can't even get to the nitty gritty of stuff. We can only get the top surface of it, because we don't know what's going on behind closed doors.
I
Right
want
now,
I want to send you a recorded version of what you said about thinking wrong. Anyway,
oh,
uh
you have to send me a recording voice. I can
anyway,
listen to this because I listen
okay,
to
you
it
can listen.
almost
Oh,
every
okay.
time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, remember that now while you're listening to it. Okay. Now, final word because we usually our final word, man, takes us. If you look at our last 4 telecasts out there, we done went over an hour. One of them was an hour and 14 minutes.
I don't know
Our
why you're
show.
so stiff with time.
Well,
I'm
we
still
have to
trying to
be,
figure that out.
we have to, we have to stick to a timetable and everything because people have we want to be a program that sticks to their time. Okay, our time is ended, so we're going to have to stop and
Well,
leave
this
that and leave that and leave what we stopped at for the next show. Anyway, what's your final thought?
I'm gonna leave some quotes.
Okay.
This is by Leonardo da Vinci. I'm sure y'all heard of him. Learning never exhausts the mind.
Mm-hmm.
It never exhausts the mind when you're learning.
Yeah.
It is far better to be alone than to be in bad company. George Washington said that. Oh my goodness. It is far better
To be
to be
alone
alone
than
than
being
to
to bad
be in
in
bad
bad
company.
company. Okay. I can agree with that. Go ahead.
No act of kindness, no matter how small, is ever wasted. That was a Greek philosopher. That's all. That's all. I got. I got plenty of them, but I'll leave it there.
All right. That's say something for tomorrow then. I'm serious. Say something for tomorrow. I through this whole thing here, Ted, I I I just I look for the people who are going to govern me. I look for the people who are going to bring justice for me. I look for the people who I look up to have those qualities and stuff that we should have if you want to be fair and just with the masses who are below you. And when you lose those qualities, that honor, that duty, and especially that integrity, you can't get people to follow you when that happens. I don't believe. Some people will, But if you lose that integrity and stuff and everything, I just can't. I'm looking, Ted. I'm looking at my Supreme Court, and I'm looking for people to say I'm not going to follow you. And what's going to happen when a group of people who a huge group of people and stuff say, well, you made that ruling and stuff. I don't believe you. You don't have any integrity, so I'm not going to follow that. And when that happens, you start to break down whatever you got.
Now, you just said that, and I'm going to say something.
Go ahead.
You just had over 70 million people vote for a man that ain't got no damn integrity.
Yep.
And they
Absolutely.
following him.
Absolutely.
What does that say?
That says that uh, I don't I don't know if that says something about their integrity. I think that says something about their another part of them, their racist part of them. I believe that's the racist part of them that did that. Not the integrity part, that's the racism part of them that said that. Because that's actually what the heck it was. Because if you look at the folks who did it, that's the racist part of them. They were racist against a woman, they were racist against a person of color.
I can't deny that. I
Okay,
mean, that's
that's what I
part
look
of
at.
it.
That's what I look at. They use racism to determine what's happened, and they didn't care when you.
Is racism hate?
It's hate. It's a
So,
hate.
would you call hate evil?
Yeah,
So
it's an
you saying that
evilness.
all those people that
It's
put
an
him in
evilness.
office is evil?
Not the ones they put in office, it's the people who voted for them.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, not the ones they put in office.
Put
They
him in
they they
office.
they put them in office, but they put them in office because they were the reason why they're there is because they're racist. Now, if and I'm saying this, and it's hypothetical, Ted, and it's and I can use all kinds of scenarios to prove my theory. And one of them and stuff that I can prove is that if this person that was put up there was of the Caucasian persuasion, he wouldn't have won. Point,
Was a male.
point,
Are you
point.
saying male or female?
I'm saying a male,
Okay.
white. Point is that in 2020, who did they put in office? They damned him. He hadn't even had a record then. And they put that white man in office. There had been a white man there to run against him, he wouldn't have made it. Because when he ran for his second term, they threw his ass out. Threw him out. But they put a woman up there and a black woman. We can't have that. Put it back. Whatever he does, we're going to accept it for racism and hate.
Misogyny. Well, maybe they just didn't want a woman. They don't hate her or
That
anything
too.
like that.
That too.
Some
Because
of them didn't vote because
that
she was
too.
a woman.
Because she was a woman too.
And then some of them voted because
She
she was black.
absolutely. She had a double
So,
whammy. She got a double whammy. Woman and black. She had a double whammy.
and the same thing with Hillary. She was a woman.
She's a woman.
She
Oh,
won the popular vote.
can't have them women in there.
And it was so many people that didn't even vote when she ran.
Absolutely.
And
And
less.
and they had even more when Girlfriend ran.
Yeah. So there it is right there. I mean, you know, the question is, will this country be better 4 years from now?
I don't know. I really don't know. And will we even be here 4 years from now?
Well, I ain't going there. Because that can be, that's two things going on there.
Hey. Life is fragile, my friend. We're gonna try to be here, but I don't know. We'll try.
Well, what I'm talking about, whether we here or not, the question is, how will it be 4 years from now for our kids and our grandkids
I
and
don't know.
other people? That's the question,
I
you
don't know.
know, because
Remember we talked about the presentation. We talked about
that's,
the presentation. How can we present that? Well,
the thing is,
make
on
people
the
accept.
cover, once he goes over and he becomes the president, after all the hoopla and all that, you got to get a man 2 weeks, 3 weeks, or a month before everything start hitting. And so by February,
No, I'd say by May.
okay, by
I
May,
say by May.
that's your okay. By May,
Right, right. By
then
May, by
we'll
May he
know
done. By May he should have enough of a mess going on that that there's a whole lot of people gonna be sitting back and regretting what the heck they did.
Well, I was just
Whole
talking
lot of
about as
people gonna
far as
be
him
regretting what the
moving
heck
his
they did.
agenda. It probably be probably about February, March, and
I
by May
think
you
I
saying
think
people gonna
by
be
May
regretting.
they're gonna be regretting what they done done. There gonna be a whole lot of people out there regretting what the heck they made done. You're gonna be seeing new people coming out with all kind of mess going on. There's gonna be such a mess happening and everything to be a crying shame. Because as you look at that criminal, he he has been revived. He has been energized. He almost like he done took him a shot of adrenaline. Standing up straight. He ain't been over no more.
Well, you see what Jack Smith did.
No, I didn't. I haven't been watching old Jackie boy because he's
He dropped his case,
I know he had to. He couldn't do anything else but drop it.
and then the lady here in Florida, she gonna drop hers too.
You mean Georgia?
Yeah, here in Florida.
Oh well, they that yeah, all his cases that were federal and stuff, Ted, are gone away. Now, state cases is the only one that may stay around. They already know that they got to take them and drop them. They ain't got nothing to do because it's a federal case. They can't do anything with it. He had to. He didn't have no other choice. We all knew that. As soon as he won, all those cases are going to be gone away. Everybody knew that. As soon as he won, they're going away.
I'm not gonna say anything about it
Yep. And
because
and and to try to even to fight that daggone thing, Ted, would have took a very, very strong attorney general to even try to fight it because you still got to take that stuff back to the Supreme Court, who has given him untold amounts of power. That he whatever he does, he can't be convicted for it. That's why he won't give a crap what he does. You can't convict him for that. The only people who can do that is the legislative branch of the government. They're the only one that holds the power right now. The legislative branch of the government can convict him, and they can impeach him and throw him out of office.
well, here's the sentiment of the people. Majority of the people that voted for him. This is the sentiment. Tear it all down.
They don't want to do that. They just
I
saying
just
that,
said that's their sentiment, bro.
but they don't want to do that. That's
I
what they
don't. If you
saying.
say what they don't want to do, that's what they voted for, and that's what they say.
No, I don't
Tear
believe
it all
that's
down.
what they said. I don't believe that's what they said. Tear it all down. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's their sentiment. It's not. They just somebody just saying that. That is not what's inside of them.
They're saying they won't change, bro. That's what they
No, they
want. They
didn't.
want you to tear it all down.
No, they didn't. They didn't say that. I don't believe they said that. You go
They
back and
got
ask them. I don't believe they said that.
the majority of them want to tear it down, bro.
If you remember when they went and had those study groups and everything, and those folks who were studying around there, to the person you asked them, well, he said this, and the first thing they say, he ain't gonna do that. Go back and listen to him. They're gonna tell you that he ain't gonna do that. Anytime somebody told him something, oh, he ain't gonna do that.
I'm talking about the white wing, bro.
I'm talking about the right wing too. They saying the same thing. He ain't gonna do that. The on right wing folks say the same thing. He ain't gonna do that. He's not gonna do that. That's what they're saying. He's not gonna do that. That 2025 project, they looked at him and said, he's gonna do that. Oh, he ain't gonna do that. That's what they said. He ain't gonna do that. Oh no, you don't know what you're talking about. He ain't gonna do that. Anyway, people, we guys are gonna see you guys tomorrow here because we got some more stuff to talk about here. Tia got some more sayings and stuff, old folks sayings from the Bible of Job, from the book of Jobs, for the book of Jobs. See you guys later. Bye.